What if your blood pressure could start dropping in just a few weeks without a single pill? It's not a fantasy. It's backed by science. You don't need to flip your entire life upside down. In fact, just a few simple lifestyle tweaks, eating smarter, moving a little more, sleeping better, and managing stress can have a powerful effect on your numbers. Most people think controlling blood pressure takes months or years, but in reality, some of the fastest improvements happen within days to weeks, especially when you make consistent, small changes that support your heart and your arteries. In this video, we're breaking down the most effective, easy-to-follow lifestyle habits that can naturally lower your blood pressure and, in some cases, help you avoid or reduce medications. So if your blood pressure is creeping up, or if you're already on meds and want to support your health naturally, this is your action plan. Let's get started. Cut back on salt. Even a small reduction works. Salt is small, but its impact on your blood pressure is huge. And here's the kicker. You may be consuming double the recommended amount without even realizing it. The sodium-blood pressure connection. When you eat too much sodium, your body holds on to extra water to dilute it. This increases the volume of blood in your arteries, which raises pressure on the walls of your blood vessels. Over time, this added strain damages arteries and forces your heart to work harder, leading to chronic hypertension. Think of it like overinflating a tire. The more pressure inside, the greater the risk of a blowout. That's exactly what happens to your arteries under constant sodium overload. How much is too much? According to the American Heart Association, the ideal daily limit for sodium is 1,500 milligrams. The absolute upper limit is 2,300 milligrams, about 1 teaspoon of salt. But the average adult consumes over 3,400 milligrams of sodium daily, mostly from packaged foods, not the salt shaker. Hidden salt bombs in everyday foods. Here's where sodium sneaks in. Canned soups and vegetables, bread and tortillas, breakfast cereals, processed meats, deli meat, bacon, sausage, frozen dinners, sauces, dressings, and condiments. Even healthy items like salad dressing or whole wheat bread can pack 200 to 400 milligrams of sodium per serving. Quick tips to cut back without losing flavor. Read labels. Choose products with 140 milligrams or less per serving. Buy low sodium or no salt added versions of canned goods. Use herbs and spices like garlic, cumin, lemon juice, or vinegar instead of salt. Cook more at home. Restaurant food is often overloaded with salt. Retrain your taste buds. After 2 to 3 weeks of eating less salt, food naturally starts tasting better, even without the added sodium. Reducing your sodium intake can lower your blood pressure in as little as 1 week. Studies show that cutting daily intake by even 1,000 milligrams can reduce systolic blood pressure by 5 to 6 millimeters of mercury, especially in people who are salt sensitive. That's a major drop, and it doesn't require any supplements or intense workouts. Cutting back on salt is one of the quickest and most powerful lifestyle changes you can make to lower your blood pressure. It's simple, proven, and something you can start with your very next meal. Move your body, even 20 minutes a day. Helps. If you think you need to run a marathon to improve your blood pressure, think again. Even light daily activity can make a meaningful difference, especially if you're currently inactive. Why exercise works. Regular physical activity strengthens your heart. A stronger heart can pump more blood with less effort, which reduces the force on your arteries and lowers your blood pressure. It also helps your body become more efficient at using insulin, reduces stress hormones like cortisol, and improves your blood vessels' ability to expand and contract, all key for managing BP. The science behind the movement. Numerous studies have confirmed just 30 minutes of moderate exercise 5 days a week can reduce systolic BP by 4 to 9 millimeters of mercury. Even short bouts, 10-minute walks twice a day, offer significant benefits. Benefits begin within 2 to 3 weeks, and sometimes even sooner. What counts as exercise? You don't have to hit the gym. These activities count. Brisk walking, biking, swimming, dancing, gardening, light jogging, stretching, or yoga. Even household chores if done with intention. The goal is to raise your heart rate gently and keep moving consistently. Best time of day? Some studies suggest that morning workouts may have a slight edge in improving blood pressure and setting a positive tone for the day. But the most important factor is consistency. The best time is the time you'll stick to. Common exercise mistakes to avoid. Overtraining. Going too hard, too fast can spike stress and backfire. Only doing cardio. Add light strength training for added benefits. Being sedentary the rest of the day. Even if you work out, sitting all day can undo the benefits. Aim to move every hour, even if it's just a short walk or light stretching. Pro tip, start small and stack the habit. Start with 10 to 15 minutes a day, then increase slowly. Habit stacking, such as walking right after breakfast, can help anchor movement into your routine. You don't need to become a fitness fanatic to see real results. Just 20 to 30 minutes of movement most days of the week can begin lowering your blood pressure, often within weeks. Add more potassium to your diet. Want to fight back against high blood pressure? Then it's time to talk about potassium, the mineral that helps flush out excess sodium and eases tension in your blood vessel walls. In fact, potassium is often called sodium's natural antidote, and increasing your intake may be just as important as cutting back on salt. How potassium balances blood pressure. Here's how it works. Potassium helps your kidneys excrete sodium through urine. It supports nerve function and muscle control, including the muscles in your blood vessel walls. It reduces tension in your arteries, helping blood flow more easily. This combination means lower blood pressure, better circulation, and reduced risk of stroke or heart disease. How much potassium do you need? The recommended daily potassium intake for adults is 4,700 milligrams per day for most people. But many adults get far less, often under 2,500 milligrams daily. Unlike sodium, which you want to limit, potassium is something most people need more of. Best potassium-rich foods to add to your cart. No need for supplements. Potassium is widely available in whole foods. Fruits, bananas, oranges, cantaloupe, avocados, kiwis. Vegetables, sweet potatoes, spinach, broccoli, beet greens, tomatoes. Others, beans and lentils, yogurt, coconut water, squash, mushrooms. Tip, focus on fresh or frozen options. Canned versions may contain added salt, which counteracts potassium's benefits. Who should be careful? While potassium is great for most people, those with kidney disease should talk to their doctor before increasing intake. Damaged kidneys may struggle to eliminate excess potassium, which can lead to complications. Increased potassium intake can lead to noticeable blood pressure improvements within 1 to 2 weeks, especially when combined with a low-sodium diet. Potassium doesn't get the spotlight like sodium, but it should. Adding more potassium-rich foods to your meals can naturally balance your blood pressure and support overall heart health, with results showing up surprisingly fast. Practice deep breathing and relaxation. Did you know you can start lowering your blood pressure right now with just your breath? Deep breathing is one of the fastest and most natural ways to calm your nervous system and reduce BP, especially if stress is one of your biggest triggers. The stress-BP connection. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline, which tighten blood vessels, increase your heart rate, raise blood pressure. This fight or flight response is great in emergencies, but when it's constant, it wreaks havoc on your cardiovascular system. Chronic stress equals chronically high blood pressure. Why deep breathing works. Breathing deeply signals your body that it's safe. It activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which slows your heart rate, lowers cortisol levels, expands your blood vessels, reduces tension in your arteries. Just 5 to 10 minutes of focused breathing a day can make a measurable difference. Techniques to try. Here are a few simple breathing methods proven to help lower blood pressure. 1. 5-5-5. Breathing. Inhale through your nose for 5 seconds. Hold for 5 seconds. Exhale slowly for 5 seconds. Repeat for 5 to 10 minutes. Second box breathing used by Navy SEALs. Inhale 4 seconds. Hold 4 seconds. Exhale 4 seconds. Hold 4 seconds. 3. Diaphragmatic breathing. Breathe from your belly, not your chest. Focus on slow, deep inhales and full exhales. Try pairing with calming music, a nature sound app, or a meditation timer for added effect. Other relaxation strategies. Progressive muscle relaxation, tighten then release muscle groups. Mindfulness meditation, gratitude journaling, taking short breaks during the day to reset, spending time in nature. Some people experience lower blood pressure immediately after a deep breathing session. More consistent practice over 1 to 2 weeks leads to sustained improvements, especially when combined with better sleep, exercise, and diet. Stress is unavoidable, but how you respond to it makes all the difference. Breathing isn't just for survival, it's one of your most powerful drug-free tools for calming your heart and mind and your blood pressure. Sleep better, fix your rest, fix your blood pressure. It's often overlooked, but poor sleep can quietly sabotage your blood pressure, even if you're doing everything else right. Getting enough high-quality rest isn't just good for energy and mood. It's absolutely critical for maintaining healthy cardiovascular function. How sleep affects blood pressure. While you sleep, your body enters a state of repair. Your blood pressure naturally dips at night. This is called nocturnal dipping, giving your heart and arteries a break. But when you sleep poorly or not enough, that dip doesn't happen. Stress hormones like cortisol stay elevated, blood vessels stay constricted, your blood pressure stays higher for longer. Over time, chronic sleep deprivation increases the risk of hypertension by up to 40%. What counts as good sleep? According to sleep experts, adults should aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. Quality matters, not just quantity. Interrupted, restless sleep still causes elevated BP, even if you're in bed for 8 hours. Sleep disorders and BP. Conditions like sleep apnea, insomnia, restless legs syndrome are all linked to elevated blood pressure and increased cardiovascular risk. If you wake up tired or gasp for air during the night, talk to your doctor about a sleep study. Tips to sleep better naturally. Stick to a regular sleep schedule, even on weekends. Limit screen time 1 hour before bed. Blue light interferes with melatonin. Make your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Avoid caffeine, alcohol, and heavy meals late at night. Try a relaxing bedtime routine, such as reading, stretching, or deep breathing. How fast does sleep improve BP? Studies show that just 1 to 2 weeks of consistent, high-quality sleep can lead to lower daytime blood pressure, improved blood vessel function, reduced risk of heart rhythm disturbances. Sleep isn't just a luxury, it's essential blood pressure medicine your body gives you for free every night. If you're skipping it, you're keeping your body in a constant state of stress. Prioritize rest, and your heart will thank you. Watch the caffeine and alcohol. Caffeine and alcohol are part of many people's daily routines, but they can quietly undermine your blood pressure goals if not managed properly. Let's break down how each one affects your heart and how to enjoy them without sabotaging your health. Caffeine, friend or foe? Caffeine is a natural stimulant that can temporarily raise blood pressure by narrowing blood vessels, increasing heart rate, triggering the release of adrenaline. For most people, this effect is mild and short-lived, but for others, especially if you're sensitive to caffeine, the impact can be more serious. What the research shows: blood pressure can spike by 5 to 10 millimeters of mercury within 30 to 60 minutes of caffeine intake. This spike may last for up to 3 hours in caffeine-sensitive individuals. Habitual coffee drinkers may develop some tolerance, but not everyone does. How much caffeine is too much? Safe daily limit: 200 to 400 milligrams per day, about 2 to 4 cups of coffee. If you notice jitters, anxiety, or palpitations, it's likely too much. Don't drink caffeine within 6 hours of bedtime. It disrupts sleep and may cause next-day BP elevation. Pro tip: try swapping 1 cup a day for decaf, herbal tea, or chicory root coffee. Alcohol and blood pressure, a risky relationship. Alcohol can have both short-term and long-term effects on BP. In small amounts, it may cause a slight drop, but regular or heavy use can raise BP over time. It also triggers inflammation and weight gain, disrupts sleep, reduces the effectiveness of blood pressure medications. How much is too much? According to health guidelines, men, no more than 2 drinks per day. Women, no more than 1 drink per day. 1 drink equals 12-ounce beer, 5 ounces wine, 1.5 ounces spirits. Going beyond that regularly increases your risk of stroke, hypertensive crisis, heart rhythm problems, especially with binge drinking. Tips for managing intake. Alternate alcohol with water. Set weekly drink limits. Choose lower alcohol beverages. Avoid mixing with sugary sodas or energy drinks. You don't need to eliminate caffeine or alcohol entirely, but moderation is key. If you're already dealing with high BP, being mindful of your intake can help you avoid unnecessary spikes and support a faster recovery. Lose just a little weight. Here's a fact that surprises many people. You don't need to lose 50 pounds to see a change in your blood pressure. Even a small amount of weight loss, as little as 5 to 10 pounds, can lead to a noticeable drop in both systolic and diastolic pressure. Why weight affects blood pressure. Extra body weight, especially around your midsection, puts pressure on your arteries, your heart, your kidneys. It also increases inflammation, insulin resistance, and stress hormone levels, all of which contribute to higher blood pressure. The more fat tissue your body has, the more blood it needs to supply oxygen and nutrients. This means more blood volume and more pressure on artery walls. How much can it help? According to research, every 1 kilogram, 2.2 pounds of weight loss can lower systolic blood pressure by about 1 millimeter of mercury. Losing 10 pounds may drop systolic blood pressure by 5 to 10 millimeters of mercury. People with obesity or metabolic syndrome may see even greater benefits. You don't need a crash diet. The key is slow, sustainable changes. Eat more whole foods and fewer processed ones. Cut out sugary drinks. Cook more at home. Reduce portion sizes gradually. Walk daily, even if just 20 minutes. Focus on habits, not the scale. Progress compounds over time. Warning: the belly fat factor. Abdominal fat is more dangerous than fat in other parts of the body. It's strongly linked to increased risk of hypertension, insulin resistance, high cholesterol, so trimming even inches off your waist can make a huge difference for your blood pressure and heart health. You don't have to be skinny, just healthier than yesterday. Even small, consistent steps toward weight loss can lead to real, measurable drops in blood pressure within weeks. Track your blood pressure at home. If you're not tracking your blood pressure regularly, you're missing a powerful opportunity to spot patterns, measure progress, and stay motivated. Self-monitoring is one of the simplest and most effective habits for long-term BP control, and it puts you in the driver's seat of your own health. Why it works. Home readings give you a more accurate picture than one-time doctor visits. Insight into how diet, stress, or sleep affect your BP. Motivation when you see improvement. Early warning signs if your numbers are creeping up. And for people who experience white coat hypertension, high BP at the doctor but normal at home, daily readings are crucial. How to measure correctly. Use an upper arm cuff. Wrist monitors are less accurate. Sit quietly for 5 minutes before testing. Place feet flat, back supported, arm at heart level. Take 2 to 3 readings, 1 minute apart, average them. Measure at the same time daily. Morning and evening is ideal. What numbers should you look for? According to the American Heart Association, normal. Systolic less than 120, diastolic less than 80, elevated systolic 120 to 129, diastolic less than 80, high BP stage 1, systolic 130 to 139, diastolic 80 to 89, high BP stage 2, systolic 140 plus, diastolic 90 plus. If your readings are consistently above 130 over 80, it's time to act. Keep a BP log. Write down your readings or use a BP tracking app. Note time of day, medications taken, food or caffeine consumed, stress level or activity. This helps you and your doctor identify patterns and track what's working. You can't improve what you don't track. A simple home monitor in 5 minutes a day can give you the data you need to make smarter health choices and stay in control of your blood pressure. Conclusion. Let's bring it all together. Lowering your blood pressure naturally doesn't require perfection or a complete lifestyle overhaul. What it does require is consistency, small changes, and awareness. Here's a quick recap of the easy lifestyle changes you can start today and see results within weeks. Cut back on salt. Even 1,000 milligrams less per day can make a big difference. Move more. Just 20 to 30 minutes of walking or light activity per day helps. Eat more potassium-rich foods like bananas, spinach, and sweet potatoes. Practice deep breathing to lower stress and instantly relax your arteries. Prioritize good sleep. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of consistent, quality rest. Limit caffeine and alcohol. Both can sneakily raise your BP. Lose just 5 to 10 pounds to reduce strain on your arteries. Track your blood pressure at home for better awareness and control. Be consistent. The results come from small daily actions, not big, extreme changes. You don't have to do everything at once. Pick 2 or 3 habits and start today. The best part? Many of these changes work within days to weeks, not months or years. If you found this video helpful, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's trying to manage their blood pressure naturally. Because when it comes to high blood pressure, your daily choices really do matter, and your journey to better health can start with something as simple as a walk, a home-cooked meal, or a deep breath. Start today, your heart will thank you.